Hey, Max Back 24 here again. Another open tag question for all of you. And my question this week is: do you have or did you have a gaming rival? And it could be anything from like a cousin, a brother, a sister, hell, even grandpappy. I'd like to know if you had a gaming rival, and if you did, do you have any memorable encounters with said rival? I actually have two stories to tell you guys. And the first one dates back to, I'll say 1991, 1992. My brother and I, Matt, I have a twin brother, Matt, and we both were diehard NES fans, and we had the NES, and lo and behold, we rented this game called Blades of Steel, which is a hockey game, great one by Konami. And it was the last day of the rental when we decided to have one last match, and oh my god. During the whole weekend, Matt just trounced me every game we had in Blades of Steel. It was just to the point of embarrassment. And our last match, our last hockey game there, I was in the lead 3-1, and I think he picked Montreal, and I was Vancouver. It doesn't matter about the teams, but I wanted to beat Montreal, and he was Montreal, which sucked. But anyways, so I was leading 3-1, and we go into the third period, and I'm like, yes, I have him. I finally have him. I have bragging rights that I beat you last at Blades of Steel and all this stupid childish stuff. And second period, fine, whatever. Third period, Matt starts making a huge comeback. He scores 2 goals. We're tied 3-3, and I'm shitting bricks, and I'm visibly getting upset because I can't believe I let this lead, go to waste. And we go to the shootout, and what do you think happened? He beat me. He beat me in the shootout, and I just yelled and screamed at him. I yelled and screamed at him so loud that Mom overheard us in the kitchen. I mean, like, she was a ways away in the house, and she heard me screaming at Matt, and she comes in, "What are you doing yelling at Matt? And turn that damn game off. I'm going to return it right now if you don't, shut up," and all that. And I just, to this day, I can't beat Matt at any, sports games, period. Madden, whatever, NHL, basketball, doesn't matter. He just owns me. He owns me at that genre. Fighting games, on the other hand, I own him. Okay, so the second story actually revolves around two of my friends, and actually not even me or Matt, but they were rivals to a T. I mean, video games, they just, bam, they butted heads. And so my brother and I went over to Dave's place. Dave and Chad were their names. And we go to Dave's place, and I borrowed a game, an N64 game from my buddy Brandon, which was Mario Tennis. And at the time, it was brand new, and he lent it to me, which was awesome, by the way. Thanks, Brandon. And so I go over to Dave's, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, we got this new game." Or I borrowed this new game, whatever, and Mario Tennis, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we gotta play it." So we played like 4-player tennis, like for a good 2 or 3 hours solid, and we're having tons of fun. And Dave and Chad, of course, they had to be on opposite teams, right? So they were just jawing at each other during our doubles match, and so they wanted to face off in single match, 1-on-1. So they did, and it was a 3-set match, and they took a set apiece, 1-1. Go to the final set, and they managed to get into a tiebreaker, right? And so whoever won the tiebreaker would win the match, and have the bragging rights. But during the actual match itself, they were just blasting each other with insults, trash talking with the wazoo. I mean, I've never heard that bad of trash talking like that. Or they were like, they were serving the ball like, "Fuck you, Dave," and serving the ball, "Fuck you, Chad," and oh my god, it was terrible. So, like I said, they went to the tiebreaker, and these guys are just pissed at one another. They're so angry that I thought at the time that they were going to get into a fist fight over Mario Tennis. And so the unthinkable happens. Okay, so Dave serves the ball. Chad returns it. Boom! He scores the point. "Fuck you, Dave." And Dave spat towards Chad, and I was like, I look at Matt, I'm like, did he just fucking spit at Chad? Because we're at the back of the room, they're in the front of the room, and I'm like, oh my god. And Chad's stunned too, and I think Dave didn't even realize what he did. He was just in the heat of the moment, and so I was thinking that they were gonna end up in a fist fight. So Matt and I, we race towards the front of the room and break it up. Pause the game and take them to different rooms and just cool down, settle down. And so a couple minutes later, they got back into the same room, finished the match. I believe Dave won, and holy shit, I grabbed the game. I'm like, okay, Matt and I are leaving. Bye. And the funny thing is, they didn't end up in a fist fight or anything, but Dave's like, oh well, before you leave, can we borrow the game, just for tonight? We'll see you, next morning at school, and we'll give you back the game. I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me? I mean, you almost got into a fist fight. You spat at Chad. I mean, holy shit. I was like, no, Mario Tennis is coming home with me. Like, I don't want to deal with this crap. So, oh my god, gaming rivals to the end. I swear to God, Dave and Chad, oh my god. So, my question for you guys, game rivals, do you have one? Did you have one? And if so, do you have any epic funny moments, any funny stories, or just like, just a great kick-ass story? I'd like to know. So comment below. Video response would be much appreciated. But yeah, so keep subscribing, thumbs up. MaxPack24 here.